Healthy to make mom for Mother's Day breakfast. Why not try a healthy Eggs Benedict? Chef Kelly York from the Kitchen Hotline joins us live in studio to show us how. Good morning.
Good morning, Angie.
Well, this is normally very fattening.
Oh, gosh, yes. It's very high in saturated fat. I mean, let's face it, a hollandaise sauce is mostly butter and egg yolks.
Oof.
So what we're going to do today is kind of concentrate on that and the other components, which, of course, are the muffin, the Canadian bacon, and the poached eggs. One thing about hollandaise is you have to make it at the last minute and then pray that it doesn't break or curdle, so it's kind of tricky. So what we are doing today is designing a sauce that you can make ahead of time and then just reheat.
Because the normal hollandaise you couldn't make ahead of time.
No, you'd have to do it pretty much, and you can't hold it very long either.
Okay.
And this you can hold for up to 2 days.
Great.
So what we've got here is we're going to first take a little bit of buttermilk instead of butter, and we're going to make a sauce, and we take 2 tablespoons and 1.5 cups of buttermilk and make a paste.
What did you add in there?
Just the buttermilk and a little bit of the rice flour, the sweet rice flour or mochico flour. We like to use this because you can reheat it and freeze it and it won't break on you or separate.
Oh.
So then you add the rest of the milk and 1/2 cup of eggs, and all we're doing is making a slurry type of sauce here. And you add 1/4 teaspoon of Tabasco sauce, a little salt.
And you just put egg beaters in there.
And that's just egg beaters, yes. Egg beaters will really cut down the cholesterol, whereas a typical hollandaise is going to range around, oh gosh, maybe as high as 500 milligrams of cholesterol. Oof. We're going to cut it down to under 50.
And that sweet rice flour you just used in there to thicken, can we find that at the regular grocery store?
Yes, you can. And you can find it under different names, mochico, or it has to say sweet rice flour. Don't get regular rice flour. We're going to let that set aside, and this is what you'll end up with, a nice thickened sauce. And you don't want it to boil very long, but it's nice and creamy and luscious and has a little bit of acid. And lemon juice is added at the end with a little bit of Smart Balance butter to cream it out. So then to build your eggs, what we're doing, instead of using poached eggs, which again is very tricky to make, we're taking a regular microwave safe bowl, and you spray it with a non-stick cooking spray, add about 1/2 cup of egg mix to it, or you could use a real egg, but you have to blend it up. Pour it in and microwave it.
Okay.
Microwave it for 1 minute, let it sit for a second, then microwave it again, and what you'll get is these little omelet discs.
I see the discs right here.
Yes.
Now, if we don't like the microwavy flavor of eggs, I see you have a nice cutter here. You could just do it in the pan.
Yeah, if you put this down on the cutting board, we cut them out like we have on the plate here. You can make different shapes. You could use hearts, whatever you like. I have to cut the little edges on the corners.
Cute.
Anyway, that's how you get your shape, and you build it. And what we like to do is use a little smoked salmon instead of Canadian bacon, but you could use Canadian bacon if you don't like salmon. But salmon allows people with religious concerns to enjoy this meal. Put your sauce on top, and then we like to garnish it with a little capers because it goes so well with the salmon, and some parsley. And that is your Eggs Benedict, and it's ready to go. You can hold that in the oven until you're ready to eat breakfast, about 250 degrees, and let it all warm up, and have the rest while you fix the rest of your brunch.
You used a Thomas Light multigrain. Now,
Yes.
I like the multigrain, but I didn't know they had a light. It has a little bit of extra fiber, so that adds a healthier bread base as well.
Yes, and what we've done is bumped it up to about an average of 2 grams of fiber up to 8 by just changing the type of muffin. You can use a whole wheat as well.
Awesome. And you've really, I would say, cut it at least in half, the fat and the calories.
Yes. We go from 880 to almost up to 1,000, down to under 400, about 378.
Oh, wow.
Also cut the cholesterol, bump up that fiber all around. You got to love mom. You got to feed her right.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it. We'll have a link on KWGN.com to Kelly's Kitchen Hotline in the Daybreak.